Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday again, and I'm out and about. You know, I'm finding the hardest thing about coming up with videos is coming up with an idea. And actually, when I woke up this morning, I said, I'm going to come up with a video idea. And I couldn't think of anything. And then I remember that last night, I spoke to a friend, a good friend, that I hadn't spoken to in years. It could be 30 years since we spoke. I'm not sure. I'm sure he would know. But we talked. We reached out and we communicated again after all these years. And honestly, it was like we had never stopped talking. I enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. We touched base. We decided that one day we'd like to get together again. If nothing else, just to be friends and to see how that would turn out. He was a very close friend back in the day. I mean, when I was a lot younger, and of course he was a lot younger too. And we dated for a while, and it was nice. But what sometimes happens is we went our separate ways. But we've always, off and on, kept in touch. But it's been quite a while since we reached out to each other. And again, it was like we had never stopped talking. I realized how much I miss my old friends, the ones that I used to know and hang around with back in the day. There were good memories, there were bad memories, but they were our memories. And I really don't know how to express this. You get older and you sit there and you wonder, where did time go? What happened to the life I used to have? I'm not complaining about my life now. I have a good job. I have a roof over my head. I'm living pretty comfortably. Don't get me wrong, I'm not rich. I can afford Starbucks every now and then, but I don't do it every day. I have people I love. Hopefully they love me. But sometimes we forget about our friends, the ones back in the day that we did crazy things with. Now this friend, he knows I love cats, and he has a cat, so we talked about that. I talked about how one day I'd like to have a place of my own. I've been living with other people, off and on, different people, for the last 10 years. I haven't had a place of my own. And my dream is to one day to be able to have a place of my own again, and to possibly have a cat, and to just sit back and say, hey, this is mine. This is mine. I can do what I want. I can listen to the music I want. I can be loud if I want, or I don't have to be loud, but it's gonna be mine. And that's my goal, is to one day have that, and to reconnect with each and every one of my friends from back in the day. And most of my friends from back in the day are people I knew from my job. At the time, I worked for AT&T. And that's where most of my friendships were made. And like I said, most of these people have moved on with their lives, and I haven't seen them in forever, ever. But I still think about them all the time. All the time. And I hope to one day be able to reconnect with all of them. Most of them do live in Florida, because that's where I started my career. Well, actually, I started my career with AT&T in Denver, and then moved to Florida, transitioned to Florida through my job. And that's where I met all my friends. And then, unfortunately, that was during a time when AT&T was having massive layoffs. So in order to keep my job, I had to move again. And I was at that job, which was in Missouri, until finally it got to the point where my number came up. And even though I had 20-something years it wasn't enough to save my position, because the people who were there had more time than that. I took it hard, believe me. I took it hard. I planned on retiring with AT&T. I loved working for AT&T, but it wasn't in the cards. So anyway, that's where all of my friendships came from. And I still follow some of them on Facebook. Some of them I can't find on Facebook. Some of them have married. Some have passed on. But this friend, we still, every now and then, would communicate. And last night was the first time, and I don't know, maybe, I don't know. He would know for sure, but it seems like it's been at least 20 years since we communicated. But it was nice. We talked about memories that we had shared together. We talked about how one day we'd like to make more memories. Hopefully one day that will happen. I want to thank you. I don't know if he would want me to say his name, so I'll just say he lives in Florida. And he's a very sweet man. We did have our disagreements when we were dating, but he is a sweet man. I want to thank you for last night if you watch this video. And you better subscribe. You told me you would. So, you better. Because I'm going to keep on you until you do. And just keep the faith that one day we'll be able to reconnect. You know, if I ever win the lottery, I just might move back to Florida. I don't know. I kind of like Colorado, but I might. If nothing else, I would definitely visit all my friends since that's where they live. There's other friends that I have reached out to about my channel and asked them to subscribe. Some of them have. One of them has not. And this person hasn't given me a reason why they have not subscribed. So I don't know if something's going on in their life. I'm not going to push. I still love that person. They were my best bud at AT&T. It was a she, and we hung out all the time. I mean, we partied hard. We partied, and you know who this is. I'm not going to say your name, but you know who you are. If you subscribe, you'll see this video, and you know that those moments that we shared, even though some of them were wild, crazy, and could have been dangerous, left an impression on my life that I'll never forget. So if you're going through something, and if that's why you don't want to subscribe, I understand. I'll still love you. But I wish you would subscribe, because if I get money, then I can come visit you. So just subscribe. It's free, right? It's free. And I know you watch YouTube, so just do it. Help me so I can come visit you. I know you're married now. Oop, maybe I shouldn't have even said that much. And I hope you're happily married. Most of my friends, my female friends, have gotten married. I'm still single. Must be something wrong with me. I must be a capital B. I have had men tell me that. So it's got to be true. But I am a good person. I might be a capital B, but I'm a good person. I love hard. I'm an Aries, so I love hard, very hard. And I have a Cancer rising. So not only do I love hard, but I'm very possessive of the person I love. And I want to protect them. That's the Aries in me and the Cancer. So this is just to touch base. I don't know what I'll talk about next time. Hopefully something will pop up in my life to give me something to speak about. Oh, and this also, I did ask for advice, and one of my nieces gave me advice. And she told me, Aunt Robin, you're just too deadpan. Lighten up some. So this is for you. I'm trying to lighten up. I can't change my voice. So if that was the issue, sorry, kiddo. That's what God gave me. But I did listen to your advice. And I'm trying to be more upbeat. And I love you too. And if you watch this video, and I know you did subscribe, or at least you told me you did, then you'll see it and you'll know I love you. I'm about to cry. I love everyone in my family. Everyone. They're all special to me, whether I see them or not. And I think I talked about this in another video. That's got to be the cancer in me. It's got to be. But anyway, I guess I'm going to cut the video short. Actually, this is the longest video I've ever done. God forbid if I really start rambling, my next video might be even longer. But if you are watching this, whoever you are, subscribe. I hope to one day go live and to have conversations with people. Real conversations about real life. Because real life is sometimes upbeat. That's for you, Nisi. And sometimes it sucks. But hopefully we learn lessons from those times when it sucked. And with time and age comes wisdom. And sometimes I think I've gained a heck of a lot of wisdom. I just wish I had it when I was younger. Life would have been easier. It sure would have. I just hope on the day I meet my maker that I'm not judged too harshly. Hopefully he won't say, Robin, you were a capital B. And I'll have to say, you're right. I was. But God, you know I loved it deeply. And God has always got me through. That's the one thing that I love more than my family is God. He's always been there for me. And later on, I might talk about those times, but not today. Because I want to be upbeat today. And tell my friends, you better subscribe. And even if you're not my friend yet, subscribe. I'm really not a bad person. So I'm going to hang up now. Is that what you call it when you're on a YouTube video, hang up? I don't know. I'm still learning this. Oh, by the way, I'm now on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. I don't even know how to use Threads yet. I barely know how to use Instagram. I'm still learning TikTok and YouTube. But it's exciting because every day I learn a little bit more. And that helps me to realize I'm not completely brain dead yet. So everyone have a great day, and I'm going to drink my Starbucks coffee. Bye-bye.